What's up, everybody? It's your boy Wes Grant, and you're watching Sub Urban Nerd, this channel where I give my nerd views on today's nerd news. Well, today is actually movie reviews, and sorry, I'm actually just gonna give a quick review because I gave a long, in-depth review in another video, but this one I'm gonna try and make it pretty short, so for people that don't want to watch, do 20 minutes of a review. But in the other review, I actually go through like how I feel about each cast member, certain scenes and all that. But I'm gonna give a quick review as far as this. I like the movie Justice League. I watched it twice because I wanted to get to anything I missed just to make sure, and it was good. Like I said, all the characters, the ones that stood out the most to me was probably Cyborg and the Flash as Ezra Miller, because that's what everyone talked about. But they did stand out to me because Flash, even though he was superhuman, he was supposed to be one of us. He was supposed to be the person that if we joined the superhero group, we'd be geeking out too. And there's a couple scenes that stuck out to me. The beginning scene with Wonder Woman, how she stopped the bank robbers, Batman on the rooftop, how he took down a thing very reminiscent of the first Batman, the one with I forget what's his name. I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank because right now my brain's going like 1,000 minutes per mile or whatever. And but regardless of the fact, Batman scene, it definitely stood out. Batman definitely, you could tell he was fighting to try and be, and he already gave hints that he couldn't do this for a long time anymore. You got my man, Jason Momoa as Aquaman, the bro guy. He definitely stood out. And Ray Fisher, Cyborg, I like this character. He wasn't like the booyah that we know of that we watch from Teen Titans, but you can definitely see because like if you wake up all of a sudden you're like part mechanical, you're like, what are you gonna do? Like, you're living, but are you really living? And as far as the bad guys, Steppenwolf, he didn't stand out that much to me because he was just another one. It was them just fighting against a bunch of fodder. Like pretty much anytime these superhero team ups, whatever, they're just fighting fodder. A bunch of like faceless bad guys that they gotta just take down, mow through just to get to the main bad guy. And Steppenwolf, as far as him being a bad guy, yeah, I know you see the Man of Steel logo, and you got the Justice League thing all right there. But as far as it goes, Steppenwolf, he was imposing, but except not that much. Like, because you didn't get to see the reason. He just was a bad guy that showed up. I want to get these cubes, and that's it. Like I told in the other review about how there's a storyline of that they kind of left on the table about how the cubes are actually holding the essence of his mother, and that's why he kind of wanted to join them together so he could release her and be with her, and then they could take over the planet. That would have been, you would have felt a little bit more towards Steppenwolf, but they didn't do that. We went the whole route where, oh, I'm a bad guy, I'm just gonna get the thing, and that's it. They had definitely gratuitous shots for both guys and girls. They had ass shots of Gal Gadot when Batman came up with Flash. The camera was like right behind her ass, and like I said, I love those type of pants, which are like leather, spandex kind of thing. I love those. But then for the females as well, you got just Momoa always without the shirt. And there was a scene where when Superman comes back, spoiler alert, when he comes back, when they're putting him inside the thing to bring him back, he's in a full-blown suit. But when he comes out, dude has no shirt on. So I'm either he got Superman or ripped out the shirt, or I don't know what happened, but you could definitely tell that's for the females because the dude went into the water with shirt, came out of the water, nothing. So I don't understand what happened, but I'm pretty sure that was for you females. Storyline, it was to be acquired. Like, it wasn't that bad. It definitely wasn't as bad as the Batman vs Superman, which is why I put this as a grade at a B compared to the Batman vs Superman, which I put it a C- because it's not a horrible film to me. It wasn't a horrible film. It's just the fact that there was a lot of things that they could have done better. But B, it was pretty good. Like, the story sort of flowed. I would say it added that extra half hour that people talk that they cut it down, because they cut it down to 2 hours so that they could fit more showings in a day. But that isn't how you say get the most money. You get the most money by making a film that everyone wants to go back and see. And if they made an extra half hour and made it 2:30, which I guess maybe they're afraid of because Batman vs Superman, but Batman vs Superman, the theatrical version, sucked. Everyone said it did because and that was at 2:30. It was a 3-hour one that everyone loved, like when it went to DVD. So you should have probably just done that. Like if there could have been a little bit more to flesh out the characters, they should have did that. And that's one thing that people can try and say, that the movie, it flowed pretty good, but you kind of wish that you saw more of the characters and more build, because they showed a lot of stuff in the trailers that was not inside the movie, and you kind of wish you're watching this hoping like, I wish they did put it in there. But all in all, like I said, I like the movie. You guys should watch it. It had a lot of things that you guys would definitely love. Ezra Miller Flash, like the way he kind of saved people, running slow motion. Superman seeing him while he's running. That was definitely a standout scene. The standout scene also was them inside the graveyard digging Superman up, and like the bond between Flash and Cyborg as far as the accidents. You know, Cyborg talking to Wonder Woman in the street. Her little speech definitely stood out. And then pretty much all the way at the end, and Superman showing up at the end, and pretty much one-hitter quitter Steppenwolf, and Steppenwolf could not stand up to him. That's what I loved seeing, the fact that Steppenwolf was not on the level of Superman. And when Superman got there, it was game over. You know what I'm saying? And as far as like Lex at the post-credit scene, I liked him better than I did in the other movie. He didn't seem as crazy and kooky, so I guess maybe they're sort of toning him down. And I hope that they don't just take this and just throw it away because it didn't get that much of box office. They will make their money back, because overseas is where you bank on it, because if you can get your money overseas, you're gonna keep going. That's what happened with World of Warcraft movie. It did horrible over here domestically, but overseas it did great. It did like 400 million, something like that. So they're gonna make another one. So same thing here. I'm hoping that they don't just disregard everything that with the thing and try and reboot it, because that wouldn't work. You know, they've already got Aquaman. They got a Flash sort of planned. I don't care about the Gotham City Sirens. But as far as DC, I just want them to have faith and have a vision like Marvel does. That's why Marvel's doing so successful, because Marvel made a plan and they're sticking to it. You know what I'm saying? With DC, they're making a plan, and if it works out, if not, maybe they'll go this route, maybe they'll go that route, maybe that person get a spinoff, that person get a spinoff. That isn't how you should run your thing. You should run it like a business. You know exactly what you want. You set out a plan. You go forward with it. That's how you do things. That's how you make shit happen. So that's pretty much as far as, I didn't mean to go on a rant as far as DC, but watching this movie, it kind of upset me a little, because I could see the potential, but it's like they don't. So I'm just hoping that, you know, they just stick with it and do good, just like I'm sticking with this YouTube thing. Like I said, I'm only a couple months in, don't have that many viewers, but I'm hoping to build, because I am very passionate about this, and I hope everybody sees that I have a lot to bring forward towards YouTube. So as far as that, like I said, that's how I feel you guys should watch it. You really should give it a chance. If you haven't seen it, see it. See with your friends or whatever. It does have some moments where you're going to laugh out, you know, like with the Jason Momoa scene sitting on the rope of truth or whatever. Lasso of truth. That was definitely another stand-up moment, and it's funny. So the movie has a lot of funny moments. Some people say it doesn't work with it, but I liked it. It didn't deter too much from the movie, so I liked it. So remember to just tell your friends, share this thing, let everybody know about this dude right here making these videos. Because I do during the week I try and make a video every day about nerd news. On the weekends I do reviews on shows, TV shows, movies, all this mess. I'm gonna try and do some more games, because I just got me a new 5K. I'm not damn 5K. I just got me a new LG 4K UHD HDR, like top of the line TVs, that I'm gonna try and start doing some streaming. So tell your friends, like I said, share, like. Subscribe over here. Check out my review, and then the playlist review of all the movies. And remember, I'm Wes Grant. You've been watching Suburban Nerd, and you've just been nerdified. Catch you guys on the next movie review.